Well, you've now built a responsive web design page. You've written the HTML and the CSS, and we're ready to talk about sort of best practices, advanced features, where to go next, how you stay current. So let's break this down into what we need to cover. So we're going to take a look at the way that we have defined font sizes. Previously, we worked with pixels, which is fine, but there are advantages to using M's or REMs or percentages. There's lots of things that you can do beyond what we've done with pixels, which have some pros and some cons. So we're going to talk about that, the advantages of using what we've done before and defining your font sizes in different ways. And then we're going to talk about background images. Up to this point, I'm sure you've noticed everything we did was we put images into the HTML and we had image tags, but there are certainly background images in web design, so we need to talk about sort of best practices in working with that. And then in doing that, there are some definite bandwidth concerns, which means, we're loading these images and we need images that work on a large screen and also work on a small screen and how we deal with that. One way to deal with that is a thing called adaptive images. And then there are some things that will hopefully be introduced into HTML and CSS in the coming years that are going to make that unnecessary. But for now, we have adaptive images. And then a sort of disconnected topic, but something extremely useful for responsive web design, is using some sort of CSS preprocessor that makes it so you have to write a lot less code to do what you want to do. And finally, how do you stay current? Because this field of study is 2 or 3 years old, constantly changing. And then finally, how do you test your sites with responsive design? Because there are a tremendous amount of devices to test with, and I'll give you a few suggestions on that. So in the next video, we're going to start talking about font sizes with REMs and EMs.